Hello everybody, welcome, Cody here. So excited as always to connect with all of you. So I haven't put a video out on YouTube in a while, but there are an enormous amount of transmissions and activations and healings available on my Patreon account. So if you guys want to check out some of those, there's literally hundreds of transmissions, activations, healings, all different kinds of related content, binaural codings, photos, artwork, music, channeled music, all sorts of things in this realm that are available on my Patreon. So if you guys are interested in some more of that, there's definitely a lot more on there, as well as the Divine Creators with Cody Facebook group. I do post on there as well. I do free aura readings if you'd like to know about the colors in your aura and what they mean. I have a ton of that online on my Facebook page, Divine Creators with Cody, as well as my website, codysing.com. You can check out those and some of the articles that I've written on there. So without further ado, I just want to open up the channel here for the guides. So there are an enormous amount of spirit guides that are presenting themselves around me at the moment. So you might see them swirling around, you might see their energy sort of coagulating and configuring with my own. So what they're doing, what we need to understand about spirit guides first and foremost is that they are in and of you. You are a multidimensional being, and so what that means is when you pass away, when you die, okay, you do not carry your body with you. You are consciousness, you are infinite consciousness. So what we're doing when we enter meditation or when we talk to our higher selves or our spirit guides is we are talking to our eternal aspect. We're talking to our multidimensional selves, okay? The multiple points of perspective of consciousness within this universe that chose and opted to incarnate one of those perspectives into you, okay? You in this human incarnation, okay, is carrying out a duty or a mission or an intention, okay, that the collective you decided or thought would be beneficial, would be expansive, would be enjoyable. Those are three key terms, okay? You didn't go here because you thought it would be difficult, because you thought this was like a prison planet. You came here because you also thought it would be fun. You thought it would be challenging, but you also understand from that perspective that the challenge is what makes it fun, okay? It's the opting into circumstances that are so far away from the truth of who you are that the journey to closing that gap into who you are is the enjoyment that you receive as being a human being. The enjoyment of being human is feeling thirsty and then quenching your thirst. So ultimately, that's what we're doing here as human beings as well. Okay, we're coming into this reality where it's quite stark, quite dark in the beginning. Not right in the beginning. Sometimes right in the beginning, the birthing experience is very, very traumatic for babies. So it can start off with a difficult bang, and it can affect you throughout your life. And the idea is to become aware of that chasm in order to fill that space with light. And when you fill that space with light, that's what we call wholeness. That's what we call awareness. That's what we call awakening. That's also what we call alignment. Okay, so what you'll find on this group, in this YouTube page, and some of the other content that you'll find is all different ways that myself and my eternal aspect and my spirit guides, okay, the multidimensional me, really believes can assist you in creating that wholeness within yourself, awakening aspects of you, okay, dormant aspects of you. In certain cases with light language, we're activating dormant DNA, dormant consciousness within you that stems from other planets, other star systems, okay, that you've agreed at some point in your life, if you expanded to that space, awakening those aspects of you can assist you in your human experience. assist you in becoming whole as a human, more and more whole. Now, the catch is that you're never 100% whole. You can just be in alignment with your wholeness. So if you're in alignment with who you are, that's as whole as you will be, but the wholeness of who you are will continue expanding, okay? And for that process to be enjoyable, for that process to be smooth, you must stay in alignment. You must stay in alignment with your truth. And if you're aligned with your truth, it will always feel good. And if you are not aligned with your truth, you will experience that dissonance. You will experience that struggle. You'll experience that resistance that always feels uncomfortable, that is not a positive feeling, okay? And the degree to which you'll feel that is the degree that you are resistant to your true nature, to your true power, okay? What you have to offer the world. That is why you're here, and that's why you incarnated here, because the multidimensional you knew how powerful you are and how powerful you could be in activating this body as this human that you are, okay? So the idea is to activate that power, to become aware of that power so you can activate that power and see where that energy of who you are carries you throughout your life. That way you don't have to think this up. You don't have to, conjure up some formula to happiness. All you have to do is get to know who you are and follow the energy of who you are, because that is the most powerful energy in the universe. It is source energy, and it is in and of you. It's an extension of you, okay? So when you're aligned with that, it does guide you into all of these things, into all these spaces, into all these random interactions. For example, watching this video, your energy of who you are, your source energy guided you to this video. Your source energy guided you to these multiple different teachers or content that awakens new layers, that guide you to the next piece, then guides you to the next piece, then guides you to the next person, because you've raised your vibrational frequency. Now you're a match to a new friend or a new partner or a new business venture that you're now a match to. You're now a vibrational match to the frequency of that which you want. So if you want things in your life, whatever you want in your life, you have to understand the thing that you want in your life is a vibrational frequency. And in order for you to get it, it's not about taking it, because you'll just lose it if you're not a vibrational match to what you're obtaining. You have to match it in order to have it. It is already of you once you match that vibration. And it belongs to you if you can detect that it is something that you want, okay, intrinsically. So without further ado, I think we're just going to open up the channel. We already have these guides, and they're already influencing what I'm saying. So we can use this as an example, because many of you can actually tap into the energy that's around me, okay? The consciousness that's influencing me, okay? So as I said, this energy, these beings, right, they're guiding me through subtle impulses that I can detect because I've spent the time to become aware of my body, the sensations in my body, the energy that flows through my body. Every one of you needs to make this practice, okay? The journey of awakening is a journey of self-awareness. So when you can become somatically aware of your body, the sensations in your body, the subtle fluctuations, okay, and understand the meaning behind those things, and that you utilize this feature as a human being with emotions every single day. You're always detecting things, you're always feeling things, okay? And when you take that time to feel how you feel, to acknowledge how you feel, to acknowledge the different feelings and emotions that you're going through, it is going to awaken you psychically, and you'll be more hyper attuned and perceptive to these different energies that come in. Okay, this is really, really key for those of you who are looking to connect more to these beings, these guides that are in and of you, okay? So when you do that, again, you're tuning into these spirit guides and their consciousness. They're always speaking to you. They're always, 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 whether you're receiving them or not. The idea is to raise your vibration by tuning into them like a radio dial, right? Just because you're not tuned into 101.1 doesn't mean that that station isn't already broadcasting things all the time. The idea is to tune into 101.1 so that you can receive what they are saying from 101.1. So tune into the frequency of your guides, and you will start hearing them, and they will guide you. They will guide you not just with your words. You'll feel compelled, right? You'll get up. You'll be like, okay, I just feel this energy. All of a sudden, like, I really just feel like I need to go outside. I feel like I need to see the sun. I feel like I need to just take a walk, you know? And when you follow that impulse, it will guide you, okay? And it will guide you to what you didn't even know that you needed next. Maybe you didn't even realize once you get outside that you didn't realize that it would shift your energy, it would lift you, okay? And then once your energy is lifted, I think everybody can agree when you're in a different mood, you perceive things a little bit differently, okay? Your surroundings look a little bit differently when you're in a better mood. You can be stuck in the same room, and when you're in a bad mood, all of a sudden everything is just pissing you off, right? This is very, very common. However, when you are tuned into a higher frequency, it actually shifts your surroundings. It shifts your reality. Doesn't mean everything is physically changing. It can. However, what's happening is your relationship to the things that you're viewing is shifting, okay? And that's an important lesson, right? When we're shifting our vibration, healing from trauma, we're also shifting vibration, right? So when you do that, you might not even notice people in your family or friends actually changing, but you are changing and your reaction to them are changing. You are noticing that you're not having the same reactions, and that's a really powerful thing because you realize that your happiness and your healing is in your hands and not dependent on some external circumstance or some external person to give you that happiness, okay? It's all dependent on you and the vibration that you are emanating, okay? What you are radiating determines how you perceive the people and the things around you. That is very, very important because that is your freedom. So without further ado, we're going to give it over to the spirit guides, the beings that would like to participate in this light language channeling. So the first group of beings that want to come through are the Lyrans. This is a feline race specifically. There are many different types of Lyran races. This one coming through is a feline race, okay? They're very warm, very, very, very wise, some of the wisest beings in this universe. Very protective, very loyal, and just that characteristic warmth, like a bear hug, okay? You will always feel safe with the Lyrans. And they're such an incredibly high consciousness. Again, they come in many different forms, even non-physically speaking. They are just brilliant light, okay? One thing that I find is interesting before we get into this is, you know, the depictions of angels in our society has often been depicted as what I see as Lyrans a lot of times. Not all the time, but much of the time. It's important to know that these extraterrestrial beings, they're highly advanced, okay? So they're going to adopt a form that speaks to you most directly and speaks to you most non-threatening because they're aware of your fear, they're aware of your resistance, and they're finding a way around your resistance in order to speak to you in a way that you're most able to receive them. So for some of you, that's the wind, right? You go out in nature and it feels like the wind is speaking to you when you get really present, you know, or the light cascading in a certain way through a blind and it hits your eye. That's a message, right? And that's a way that you, the path of least resistance to reaching you is through that glimmer of that light, okay? So whenever they can detect a clear pathway to reach you, they will, and it doesn't matter where it's from. That's the important thing. When you attune to it more and when you ask to know more, they will eventually, you know, tell you who they are, or they tell you who they are through somebody else, right? The person or thing or resource, again, that allows you to be most receptive to this information is who they're going to go through. So for many of you, that is me, using me to connect to your guides, your guidance, your spirit guides, your eternal aspect. They know that if they guide you, right, if they compel you energetically to watch this video or some other video, they know they can get through certain pieces of information that will come through to you, okay? So it's important to know that as well. They will come in many different forms. The Pleiadians do this as well. A lot of the Pleiadians, again, these are streams of energy. They're consciousness. They're not just aliens, physical aliens walking around. This is a vibration. This is a consciousness. They're so evolved that they don't have to walk around like us. They can, but what they tend to do is project their consciousness of their energy into various different human beings. So you might look at a human and be like, ooh, that person feels very ET, very, very otherworldly. Well, likely that person or has an extraterrestrial being that's participating in their consciousness, okay? So it's not as black and white as people think, like an alien. It's not like an alien just like switching their skin out for yours in a different bodysuit. It's not that dramatic. It's honestly very subtle, and it's about tapping into yourself, getting to know your heart, and the love in your heart is the highest frequency of all. And when you tune into that, you will start perceiving from a higher lens. You will start perceiving your spirit guides and anyone that is looking to speak to you from that high vibration, okay? So lots of Lyrans coming through, okay? As well as the Pleiadians are going to come through later, and a number of other beings, okay? We'll see which ones actually present themselves as we move throughout, okay? So this transmission goes hand in hand with exactly what we were just talking about here. You may feel empowered after listening to some of this, empowered in your own spiritual power and your own consciousness and what you're able to offer the world as well. Okay, so this transmission is going to tend to a lot of inner strength, fortitude, confidence, focus, direction, clarity, and alignment, okay? Because once those things are prioritized in your vibration, all of the other things that you guys are looking for will come to you, okay? It comes to you because that you're now vibrating in this frequency that they're offering, okay? So that frequency is going to allow you to be in an energy that allows the other beings to connect with you easier. It will also allow the higher consciousness to connect to you clearer. It'll allow solutions to flow to you more clearly. Solutions about anything. Solutions about work. Solutions about your health. Solutions about your relationships. It's about shifting your vibration, okay? You're shifting your vibration already by listening to this, and it's going to go to another level now as we channel this light language. And before I begin, I just want to say also, there are many different ways to channel vibration, okay? There's many different ways to translate vibration. One of the ways that I do it is vocally, right? I'm receiving these frequencies that I can hear, feel, and sense all at the same time, and see. Did I say see? You can hear, see, and feel simultaneously these frequencies and codes. So that means that the transmission that I am speaking has a visual representation as well, okay? So there's all of this sort of sacred geometry or sort of kaleidoscope looking imagery, binaural codings that will manifest around my field as I'm channeling the light language, okay? So what you need to understand about that is that the frequency is also visible. You can take a screenshot actually during the light language, and once you do that, you can save it, and if you look at the photo again later on in your day, you will feel the frequency of that transmission. It's fascinating that you can take a screenshot, right, of someone doing energy work or someone doing light language specifically, and you can look back on it, and vibrationally there's all these patterns in the field. For those of you who have non-physical sight, you can actually see it, okay? I'll try to point to it when it's happening, but there are all these codes already around me that you might perceive, or you just might feel it, right? You just might feel the movement, or you might see little silhouettes moving in the background, okay? So this is very powerful though. So you can take the screenshot, you can look at it, you know, in a moment that you don't feel connected. And it's also important to know you can revisit these frequencies at any time and re-receive the transmission and the healing, okay? As many times as you need, in order to feel like the frequency is integrated, okay? Is assimilated in your frequency. As many times as you need, you can just come back and revisit it. You can also look back at the photo, and that can help. But I think, you know, of course, the video is just more in-depth. It's longer, and there's more pieces and more codes than the piece that you screen grabbed. What it will do each time you listen to these frequencies, okay, is it will tune you into your spirit guides, because as you're listening to this, it is raising your vibration, and it will call your guides forth. They're not going to throw away any opportunity that they have to connect with you. They're 1,000 million times more eager to speak with you than you are of them. So any opening that they see, and an opening looks like just you raising your vibration because they know you can hear them finally. As soon as you raise your vibration, they are going to come through to you, okay? So each time you tune into this, each time you even look at the photo, there will be a guide that comes to you. Each time you watch this video, there will be your guides assimilating, and you will feel them. You will feel protected, and you will know that you're safe, okay? These guides will be coming in, so, you know, if you need healing, if you need protection, if you just need warmth, if you just need to switch your energy, shift your energy just a little bit, turn this on. It will help a lot, okay? So Lyran's Pleiadian, there are some archangels presenting themselves as well, Metatron as well as Michael, okay? There's also Sirians coming through. So get into a comfortable position and communicate the message that you're open and willing to receive this transmission as well. Okay, get, you know, whatever safe, warm, connected space that you have, wherever makes you feel good inside, just go there. And you can even get some water ready. Water really does help after energy transmissions as well. So you can pause this and you can go grab some water, find your little safe cocoon, or if you feel really connected right now, we can just get right into it, okay? So they're here and I'm going to give it away. Balio no na me kiara sa kiuni me se injera kiara sa kumbari atenengiara wagwana igiri se kikindira kumbari triele ne maliatum quando liene maliatare se kiara sunna yusum saria lieta sa injira vastono mayak vinile la maliatono mayak kiara saliene me fera sa romre kirias Sirian maliatum faria seria re soma kiara Inse iece namorea. Quince namaliatane chiaratum masatenere rienese chiaras. Vansum na riete rosotonomia tarasanirias. Setan sayum watalele la sayenia chiarasum matarucuria namariatas sanalas satanam. Watona kira sanenumi tiri shikindia. Tiri autunduria tarandiria. Maria Renania Terasote Niraton Nemiana Salina Vasakira. Why you way and our waiting in Rasalina Muat. Wara yem ware terasa yetiraras. Muertenia de Sakiwara yam arasukum marafurum. Finira se. Varetona meak tarashahiriana somna quaira satanam. Firia sakiria sonne miratana yeria somnaria taniak sharas. Seria rianrio kurima setanamayara. Fariotum mikira. Kira, samira tomia saravitira satunumira setanayara shum. Sharia trea kiara tarikire shektiria masandia. Kindire sere sharia nidita sakotonaya. Kariana yera tetira shagya soyanya baharia. Magiara sakira. Sirian, Zana Sulkira, Sakiria Shamiria Tonomesetiniara, Falia Namira Sum, Seria, Saxum ne Itiningiara, Kiria Namilia Tunobasekira, Kiria Namia San, Uniera Sanamia Sanamorataria Shara, Fakira Riasam, Watayere Kira. Matanamiak Tarasa Iretresha Inirakum, Vincere Sanria Sakumara Satinera, Firiana Nina Potonemia Garasa Ire Anamia Latanosum, Fikishiria and Desidia, Fiera non Yamataraiak Terese in Yeratanasum. Rania Kondare Kiara Tarishi Kinyara Wayiti Senyera Mariatara Katara Sari Narea Kumba Satana Tiria Shadiara Nirakiara Masum. Kiria me kiena sanimidia lena sa kienimidia tenis seliana maletinis. Karuma yekia asanama ite tanastetina mayora. Ira marestere sectara sol yenaria kiara. Fan sairianim. Watuna mire san rienese katono moyera. Tanayeri senimia katar sanamira. Tanasa kiria seningiara. Miria meria senimisetana mira tanama setinishe kira. Kiena maliana saira. This Pleiadian portion there. What an honor it was to transmit these frequencies. It's always such a privilege to connect to the energy in the first place, and then to be able to share it with you all is just an honor. So thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me that honor and that privilege. Thank you again, and if you're looking for any more of these, please be sure to watch other videos I have on here. I have so many here on YouTube. There's also even more, hundreds of them over on Patreon. Patreon.com/divine creators if you're interested in that. I also have a podcast, okay? So episodes similar to this, that's just in a podcast form. That's Divine Creators with Cody on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can listen to those as well. And I also have a book coming out, okay? So if you guys are interested in learning more from my perspective and what I've learned in this incredible spiritual awakening journey, channeling and awakening to all this, I want to teach you all of the things that other people in my position don't want to share or refuse to share or don't think it's important to share. I want to just open it all up, because why else are we here, you know? Thank you again. I'll provide some more information about the book and the podcast in the description. You can also find out more information on my Facebook group, Divine Creators with Cody. Also on Patreon and my website, codysing.com. Okay, I have so many articles that I've written. If you would like to know your aura color as well, please join the Divine Creators with Cody Facebook group, where I can tell you what your aura life colors are and what that means, okay? Because we all vibrate at different frequencies, and that frequency has a color. So we're unpacking a lot of that layer of the auric field, the color, which is so important here as human beings to understand that. And it just gives us a deeper glimpse into our lives and the way that we function as human beings and connect with others as well. It helps us understand other people and exercise empathy for people who are different than us, and understanding why they are that way, why their energy functions like that. It's very fascinating. So if you guys want to join us in any of that, please do. It'd be an honor. So thank you again, and just take care. Sending you all immense love. Bye-bye.